it.
Chrissy, can I return your water bottle?
You may, thank you for asking.
No, okay, I'll tell you the whole, I even told them, I tried to
It's
throw
one
my
of those.
backpack over there, and the strap got stuck on your wrist. Water bottle went flying.
That's good. Thanks for looking.
Good afternoon, everyone.
How'd you feel it was
I
though?
took a drink
In
out of
case
it.
you're wondering, Mr. Huss is back there.
I'm back here.
Okay, we've switched roles today, because normally I'm in the audience.
Mr. Huss, she usually sits right here.
Yeah.
It's okay, you stay there. No.
Sorry.
Mr. Huss.
For seventh period class, I'm there, so. In case you don't know, I'm Miss Amanda Hubby, so you can call me Miss Amanda or Miss Hubby, whatever you're comfortable with, so I'm giving you permission to use my first name. So, as most of you know, I'm a student from Simpson, sorry, I graduated from Central, but now I'm at Simpson. Getting my master's in education, so as part of my state board requirements, I have to observe and teach a certain amount of lessons, so I'm sure you guys being in Indianola, you have a lot of Simpson students coming and going, and I'm sure you don't remember any of us, but I just want to thank you first of all for just tolerating us in your classrooms. So we really appreciate it. We're just trying to get through all these requirements that the state is having us do to become teachers. And as part of my requirement today, I have to record myself with a video camera. Some of you may be in the shots. If you're truly, and no one will see this except for the state board directors that are licensing me. But if any of you are truly uncomfortable, you can see me after class and I can edit you out, just to let you know, okay? So, to get kicked off, we had your test on Friday and we're moving on to chapter 4. So just to start off, I want you guys to kind of think about your purchases over the weekend. If you went out, if you bought anything whatsoever. From a gas station, from a concession stand, from if you went to the mall. Just think about, throw out some purchases. Anyone want
A Jack's
Yeah.
Pizza.
I just have a question.
Yeah.
Yes, question
I don't know if you, are we gonna get our test back today?
tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay,
Grades are posted on the weekends.
okay.
Yes,
I have not Skittles.
okay. So a lot of food I'm hearing. Anyone?
Running freeze.
Movies and gas. Okay.
Oh yeah, I got gas.
I never have to fill up my camera.
Now, all of these purchases that you've made over the weekend, or what you plan on making coming up, like homecoming. I'm assuming you guys have a homecoming dance. You got all of your things bought for that. So now kind of think, now out of those purchases, were those needs or were those wants? And was it about 50-50 of those purchases that you made?
Well, I need Skittles.
Now, the classic example that I was always told was think about sunglasses. We're kind of getting out of that season. But okay, let's take, you need sunglasses. You know, the doctors tell you protect your retinas, you know, UV rays, bad, everything. But okay, let's say you want to get the Ray-Bans that are $200. Does that now become a need or a want?
A want.
Exactly, okay, so you guys, you get it, how even a basic need can then become a want versus a name brand versus the pricing of it. Okay, so what happens when our needs and our wants expend our actual income that we have? Well, there's credit. People put things on credit within an individual store, like Target cards, you know, or a Yonkers card, Charge card, or you can go to a bank and get a loan. And that's all what chapter 4 is about, is getting these different loans and forms of credit. So, I'm gonna do a group activity, so you don't have to hear me talk the entire time. And first off, we're going to, first we'll number off, and then within your individual groups, after we split up, there should be about 4 people per group, and then you'll, within your groups, you'll need to assign each person a different role, okay? So we have the organizer, the timekeeper, recorder, and spokesperson. So you can kind of see the expectations for each role, okay? So let's just start off here, and number 1 through 7.
1, 2,
3,
4, 5,
7,
1, 3,
4,
5, 6,
7,
1,
2,
3,
4,
5, 6, 1, 2, 5.
Okay, so 1s will go ahead and meet up here in front, 2s in the back, 3s will be here, 4s, 5, 6, here. You'll need to take a pencil and a piece of paper. Something to write on.
Sandy, go ahead.
Can I be the spokesperson?
Dibs on spokesperson number 4. Okay.
I'll just be the organizer. Those are
I don't know
right.
what paper.
Who else has a loud voice?
On 3.
Dibs on spokesperson.
I'm not. Hey,
Seven that.
it's
I'm
Stefan.
not an organizer.
This is good.
That's fine, I just.
Where's Bud?
Not very good.
Yeah, me too.
You're
In
like,
the gut.
Not bad. I was having fun.
I mean, you should have hit Brett.
I did get Brett right in the first.
Oh, Brett. Take your time.
Oh, I am taking my time.
You're not sitting there. This is the one.
Kind of you're in the 3.
It's not a corner, so you already.
Sorry.
yeah, take the spot.
As soon as you have your organizer, have your organizer next to me.
No, organizer.
Sorry about that. Can I be the spokesperson?
Sit in my spot. Okay.
Cool. Wait, do we all need something to run?
He's already in the spot that I should be in. No, what?
Signed all the terms.
No.
So that job was
Supplies.
easy.
Thanks for making my job easier.
Whatever. Be the spokesperson.
You know, right?
Okay, what'd you say?
Do the camera away.
I'm sorry.
Miranda, you wanna be the timekeeper or the reporter?
The organizer can be the timekeeper's law.
You guys can divide up responsibilities of those 4 things. And then you're, whoever's the organizer is supposed to go and see who. Because you get supplies. That was easy. I don't think we had an argument on that.
I know, like I'm just like, ooh, recorder, I want to write stuff.
Credit card, installments.
Okay.
And
Okay, so it's maybe some of this.
Okay. So your organizer, go ahead and open up your little baggies and kind of arrange the words on your desk, kind of like in a tic-tac-toe format. Yeah, so 3 by 3. Yep, kind of in that. Okay, and your job as a group, these are all keywords, and not every group has the same words. These are keywords from chapter 4, and I know probably most of you didn't read chapter 4 yet, that's okay. You're to collaborate as a group, and you need to create 5 sentences. And how you create your sentences is you can go, just like a tic-tac-toe, how you win at tic-tac-toe, either, down, across, diagonal, whichever way you want. And those 3 words in your row or diagonal need to be included in your sentence. So how are these words connected? How are they not connected? Do they relate to each other? Do they, are they misconnections? And if you want, now that you've looked at your words, I'll allow you one switch around to kind of reorganize it if you want, like, if there's a key term that you think will fit all the terms, you might want to put it in the middle. And so the reporter needs to write down, like, the 5 sentences that you create. And you'll have about 15 minutes for this. Timekeeper, keep track of 15 minutes. Okay? If there's any questions, raise your hand, I'll come around.
Number 1. Okay.
You can use the debit card as a credit card.
Financial institution.
And it does charge your account either way.
But a charge account.
Credit by giving you.
It's a specific thing.
That's charge. There's a
So we have
specific.
to do,
We're manipulating this.
The second word, yes, 5 sentences. And you can put that word when you revolving.
Maybe a couple of words.
And just because you
Or do we want to do
doesn't mean that we're on this on there. Okay?
oh, hey, they don't have to be in the same order. Like, if you go across, it's like, or if you put finance company before it's,
Yes, very good.
Alright, that's about
How many sentences relating all of these
Depository institution accepts deposits.
But how's it relate?
So yes, this goes with.
Very their interest rate.
It was like 2 weeks.
Like on whatever.
Like I know what they are, like if you.
What they're referring to.
Well,
I think a charge account is like if you got like a big business at a gas station, how you can charge gas. Kind of like a charge account that way. Yeah. You all know what a credit card is, right?
how are you?
I think we're lost.
Okay. Where you lost that? Yep. There you go. Like we're just trying to make sense out of like the 3 words that are like. Okay. Yes. Okay.
So you can put regular charge. You have credit card. This one is required. So. And if you know, how is that related?
That is a business.
Regular cards required.
And it's like saying, if that's related to this, how it's supposed to go on that. That's like a business card, so.
Or like.
Debit cards, not banks are always purses.
Yeah, it's yeah, there was a bigger.
Get like 1 or 2 out, and then like. Makes sense.
Right, so finance companies. The more money will add interest rate.
Do you know the means of all these randos?
They're great, then you better start rising.
Well, then what's the annual percent? What's the difference between those?
It's a locked-in rate, it doesn't change.
What?
It's a locked-in rate, it doesn't change.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Honestly, it almost
it's like an interest percentage.
So,
Lock-in rate.
company that takes out contracts for installment that the stores are actually collecting. Consumer finance.
Debit card doesn't charge interest or percentage rate.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
How do banks make their money?
While savings and loan association works with companies and consumers, a finance company works more with businesses and charges higher interest rates. Alright, so savings and loan association.
That's all I needed, right?
Savings and association works with companies and businesses alike, while a finance company works with business and charges higher interest rates. Actually, I think I have my marks for the Okay, so I got all finance companies. Works mostly with businesses.
No.
Institutions.
I know,
Higher interest rates.
I didn't get it, I just had contract. I mean, I know it's a bad excuse, but.
If they don't have anything.
Doing it. Plus, doesn't he kind of add the grades?
He has them all.
Alright, savings company, savings banks is, a finance company will take it over from the original lender.
So it's just the same thing.
And finance companies what? Take the loan over from an original.
You scared off.
I need my reader too. Silly Jordan. Tricks are for kids.
I love stars, you know.
Hey Kenzie, wanna play dodgeball again? I'll get you out of here. It was perfect.
You wanna search my bag? No.
I kept getting her out.
Good. 2 solid ones. Try to get a third one.
Alright.
Okay.
Physics test.
No, not reading.
Well, yeah, it's this evening.
Yeah.
7:45.
We could, right?
You're just ahead of the curve.
We've gone.
For my house.
Credit card charge.
Take that. You've taken.
If the Dolphins win, they would.
Down.
Okay, if you guys wanna open up your text to page 88 to 94, to kind of,
That.
to use that to kind of help you out with your sentences, go ahead.
Then something else.
If you're already done, kind of check over your sentences.
But Melanie, they're not like expected to win.
No.
And my time, how much time do we have left?
Oh, man.
I
I just know they know it.
You said 5 credit cards have a
Yeah.
finance, and then we have like 7 minutes left.
7 minutes, okay.
We're gonna do the revolving.
Yep, if you have all 5 sentences, use your text to kind of look over your sentences, see how close you are, see if you can come up with a 6th one.
Or we can do that.
I'll record. You don't want to.
Regular charge. Revolving charge.
Alright, so you go this way. The first one is across the top. Let me drop this way. The second one is
Okay, so this starts
down. The first row. The third
We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah. Nice job.
your stuff.
The last one's bad.
I just don't get the.
LSU or
Done all processes.
Right now, LSU
businesses that work in credit union. Well, a credit union is like, they only have certain members and they give like,
About
they give, credit loans and stuff.
certain finance companies.
Not finance companies, just finance
finance companies take over contracts and loans, and charge a higher interest rate. Deal with it.
Like 5 things. I just can't decide.
How much longer do you have left of your program?
How much longer do we have left, Miranda? No, we have 5.
Higher to start off with.
Then if you guys are done with the organizer, we'll go ahead and put the cards back.
Like Mr. Pulaski's helped her last week at the end of the year.
If you are done, go ahead and collect your cards back in the baggie so then I can kind of tell where groups are at.
That's kind of.
Your baggies on the floor. You can put it up here, this folks.
I couldn't think of the word spokes there for a minute, so I said sports.
Block right there, and I it's like just a habit.
Yeah, I was like,
They don't even know it's
Would you be lost without your
I
phone?
know, right? Like, I never get any, like, the only reason I talk to someone is like first, and then at the end of all this. So I'm just like, whatever.
No, the only reason why I asked that is I got a training every week and we were doing a PT run and the girl had her phone out looking at it. I was like, why do you have your phone? She goes, 'cause I'd be lost without it. I was like we're running in a circle. She goes, yeah, but then I wouldn't know how long I'm taking or how far I'll go. It's like she's running laps around the building and told us to do 8.
Okay, as we're wrapping up, spokesperson, go ahead and look over your best sentence. And we're gonna be sharing that out loud as a whole class. So kind of look over the tightest one, which one you like the best.
And Lynn's
Good to do the last one.
That's funny, that's the one that I'm just like.
It sounds more professional than the rest of it.
Okay,
You guys were a B. I don't know if you guys noticed in your bag. You already handed in your bag.
Yeah, we were being.
Yeah, just remember that.
It is.
Yeah, she's like, she got an SB and she's like,
I didn't know how to turn it off.
I love the big filters.
I'm not that mean though.
Yeah.
Just can't remember that part. It was just.
If it costs her not to get a job.
She wore like a pantsuit.
Only your friend. That'd just be weird. Oh, I'd be able to make all kinds of
Okay. Bring it back. Okay, so you'll notice on your baggies you had either an A or a B on it. So the A groups were actually kind of the first part of the chapter with the actual different loan institutions or financial institutions. And the B, you were more of the different charge accounts. So I'm gonna have the A groups share first your best sentence. And B groups, you need to really pay attention since you didn't have any of these words yet, okay? So who are my A groups? Okay, so let's have the spokesperson for this group first share your sentence. If you would like to.
The Saving and Loan Association works with consumers and businesses alike, while finance company works mostly with businesses, institutions, and can charge higher interest rates.
Higher interest rates, yes. Okay, let's go with this one over here.
Okay. Savings banks were set up to give credit to people overlooked by commercial banks. That's what we had.
You said. They check credits.
I did do sentence.
I can't remember the words.
Financial institutions check credit to see if you're eligible.
Yes. You guys are A as well, okay?
A saving and loan association.
Guys, listen to her sentence too, please.
A saving and loan association, like a commercial bank, accept deposits and lends funds.
Okay, and my B groups, so back here first.
Oh, okay. Installment charge accounts take monthly payments through interest rates.
Read that again, sorry.
Okay. Installment charge accounts take monthly payments through high interest rates.
Okay. Yep, because they're installments, so you have to pay a certain amount each month, so yeah. Yeah.
There is other APR or interest rate on a debit card.
There is or isn't? Debit cards typically don't, since they're through the bank. It'd be more like a credit card, okay? Did you guys go yet? No.
On a regular basis, your world revolves around your debit card.
Okay, very good. It's good, it's usually what you use most often in stores. Okay, so everyone is gone. Wonderful, thank you for participating with me in that. Go ahead and zip up your baggies if you hadn't yet. Okay, and then, let me switch over. Okay, one that your book didn't talk about is payday loans. Maybe you've heard of, if you're ever watching daytime TV, during the summer after Montel Williams show, and they'll always have commercials for payday loans and quick check into cash, things like that. The book doesn't really talk about that, so.
That check in the cash and just go your way.
Yeah.
I was waiting for water. I was waiting for water on my hand.
Okay, so watch this real quick, and it just explains it really quickly for you. In 2 minutes.
Meet Jennifer. She's having trouble paying her bills and making rent on time. So, like 12 million Americans a year, she takes out a cash advance on her paycheck, and she makes it through another 2 weeks. Problem solved, right? Not necessarily. Payday loans are different from other kinds of loans because you don't get to pay them back over time. You have to pay them back all at once. You can get them in lots of places, in storefronts, online, even in a few banks. To qualify, Jennifer needs 2 things. Income, easy, she's got a job, and a checking account. Jennifer is short $375 on her rent, which is also the average payday loan amount. To get the loan, she just has to agree to pay a one-time fee of $55. 2 weeks later, though, Jennifer's situation isn't any better, and she can't afford the $375 to pay back the loan. But she can afford another $55 to renew the loan. If Jennifer is a typical payday loan customer, she's going to do this again and again for 5 months of the year, paying $520 in fees. all for that original $375 loan to pay her rent. Jennifer's story is a common one. Payday loans are marketed as short-term solutions for emergency use, but the reality is quite different. To learn more about payday loans, who uses them and why, check.
Okay, so very short, just, I like it because it was simple and illustrated how, yeah, you think, yeah, I'm short my rent this month, so I can afford the $55, I can't afford the whole $375 for my rent. And next month, but you still have the same amount of income, right? You haven't switched jobs, your financial situation hasn't changed, and you're still in the same pickle. So you can afford another $55 to renew your loan, and that $55, you saw how it quickly escalated to more than your original loan, and that's the danger of payday loans. So just be aware of that when you get out there and if you're struggling with rent or anything like that. So, and let me, how am I doing now? Okay. Have everyone go back to their original seats. And if you can hand in your baggies too on your way by.
I think you should just, no, I just want to list about bread.
Oh, yeah.
It is really cool.
Hey,
Smoking
get out of
stupid
my
Easter egg in class. Bread.
Wait, how's he do that?
He puts it in his sleeve, smokes it, and then blows the like water vapor in his shirt, and it just like comes up inside him. Connell's, whatever his name is.
He's not.
He's a tool.
I heard he got arrested.
Who?
Okay, so we just briefly shared like all these different options. You know, you have your debit card, which is like cash which comes directly from your account, but then you have the credit cards and different loans you can pull out. So with all these different options, why do people still pay with cash?
Because they don't want to go on
Okay, raise your hand. Why would you still pay with cash? What are kind of some pros and cons with paying with cash today?
Well, okay, this is maybe not. I don't know. I always feel guiltier when I like pay with cash, so it makes me spend less money. Like you're not as likely to like give $300 out, but you will like swipe a card.
Right, it's not as tangible because you
Yeah.
you feel that $300 leaving your pocket
Yeah.
versus just swiping it.
Yeah.
Okay. Any others? Why do people pay with cash if we have all these options?
You don't have to worry about spending too much.
Okay, that could be an option. Yeah.
Or like, so you don't have to like balance your books or whatever, cause like you just get it out of the bank and.
With cash?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Maybe some people don't want to be in debt and have to pay.
Exactly. I mean, you have the money, you have it now, so I'm going to pay with what I have. Yep.
Not everywhere takes those kind of things. Some places won't take cash or check.
Right, there's still a lot of small shops. Does anyone know why places don't accept credit cards or even debit cards? Does anyone know why they still don't?
Because some people's accounts bounce.
That could be one reason.
Isn't there some tax reasons too?
There's a charge for every time you swipe your card. There's actually the credit card company charges, like say the gas station, they charge for that service of processing all of those credit card accounts. So a lot of mom and pop stores are like, I can't afford this 3% charge every time you swipe your card. So if you can, hit debit, not credit, at those smaller places, because those local businesses are being charged every time you swipe. And that's why they're like, nope, we're just gonna do cash. So what about convenience or security, pros and cons with cash?
Someone can steal it.
They can't get your account now.
Mm-hmm. So cash, if it's gone, it's gone. There's no really, you can't go through a process of claiming, hey, someone stole $300 from me, right? You're kind of out of luck.
But it's better than regain your whole account.
Right. If they have a credit card, there is a process though. Most credit card companies do have, call this number and you're not liable for any fraudulent charges.
Although you don't always like realize it right away if they stole your card.
Right, if someone's really good at it, or identity theft, or something like that. So, do most of you use cash or debit cards?
Debit card.
Debit.
Okay. That's changed in about the past, maybe even 3 years, that's changed.
Debit card just seems easier though, cause like you don't have to carry around all the cash.
Yeah, and who wants to deal with change?
Yeah.
Debit cards are just easier because like my mom just like my mom just puts my allowance onto my debit card.
Really?
Yeah, I get my paycheck
Well, like
on
my
debit card.
My mom used to be like an
Yeah.
accountant, so she
Have
like
a job.
set up a budget for me, so I have to pay for everything on my own, but they like give me the money, so I learned how to like budget my money.
Yeah, that was my parents' excuse, and then I got a job. Have you heard of it, Kenzie? I don't know.
Probably not. Everybody
She
gets
doesn't have to
$100
get
a
one till
week.
after she's out of
See,
law
and I
school.
used to waitress, and of course, if anyone's ever waitress, you deal a lot with cash.
Jesus.
And that's a lot different than having a debit.
Stop.
This one's a lot bigger than your.
See, throw this in the recycle.
No, I will. Take your debit paper and put it somewhere else. I will. I can make it. No, you can't. Put your arm down. She can't make it anyways.
Okay, so this is just to get you started.
no.
Today we covered actually section 4.1.
Still in the general.
You guys, today we covered section 4.2, so I think it's the. Okay, yeah, the guided activity 4.2. That's what we covered today, so you guys can probably do this tonight. It's exactly the terms that are at top for what we covered today in class. So if you want to do that for the remainder of the class, I have one last thing for you guys to do, and this is, it's not graded, this is purely, like I was saying, from my requirements beforehand. And you guys, in other classes, have you done like a ticket out the door?
Yeah.
Stuff like that? Okay, so I have a ticket out the door for you. Just on a scratch piece of paper. You don't need to put your name on it. It's just purely for me to see how they went for you.
Aaron, that's what you said.
Why do you need those?
You won't give them your bag.
Good.
That's your HUD. Once our school's over, I'll try it.
Whoa.
Once you're in, very fun.
Yeah.
What?
Actually, the
Why are you glaring? Yeah, you were like glaring. You wrote that too? Yes. How was your weekend?
What do I do
It
with
was
that?
scary.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alright, so for your question for your ticket out the door is how is a finance charge and an annual percentage rate or an APR different? Just kind of jot that down.
Morgan. That's all I know.
You do not need to put your name on this. And then if you want, as an optional piece to write down, something that went well for you today and something that could have been better for you. As in me, like what could I have done better for you? Or what went well for you today? An optional piece. So. Like I said, you don't have to put your name on it, so I won't know who wrote what.
I hate imaginary numbers, so this is gonna
For your guided reading 4.2.
I like them. Is it easy? Yeah.
It's easy, I just don't like it.
I just think it's stupid. Why should I have to care about numbers that don't exist?
Yeah, that was fun.
Like the imaginary zeros in a line. I can just graph the line and find it out. I don't need this whole process.
I know, right?
Did you ever get that video?
Just use the quadratic formula.
They're not fun.
Yeah, it's 74 is the only one. Ask him to do 74.
That's the only way I use for quadratic formula.
Yeah, that's the one you're supposed to.
You just ask him to do number 74. That's what I think. You have to do it like that. It sounds like a good division.
Is that, he's dead.
Did you went to college then? My mom wanted me to go to class like how much time did Who was on that? Third? Was I with it? Where was it?
That one of your answers, it seems really easy.
What?
It was really cool.
Which one is it?
I got yours down to
I always find it zeros.
Those are my top two.
that's what I'm doing right now.
This.
Wait. I didn't even look at
The second trace, you go down to 0.
Wow, wrong.
Go left round of the intercept.
Stop.
And then you go left round of the intercept. Right round, and then okay, so
I got blood about something I had to call.
Right bound, like over here.
yeah, right there. Don't do it too far right. You gotta do it because
Mine
you're
was-
trying to find this intersection. Right there.
Mine
I didn't have to get any.
No, it's great.
Mine is
Give you a fraction.
2/3.
or Iowa. Great.
I have 4.
No, it's hard to get out the door.
I have the one that I've narrowed down to.
What are yours?
I have like 8.
You want to put our names on these, you said?
Arizona State,
Louisiana
Louisiana State, and, okay, after Michigan to Harvard.
Well, I have, when I ended up going on my parents,
But I've already been accepted, and like,
so I'll probably go to my,
I cost an hour. Well, actually, if I get scholarship offers.
No, I went at Indiana.
Harvard, I'm already accepted. They give me a scholarship offer, and for the other 4, it's gonna be so easy. They're universities.
Hey Kenzie, do you just want to give me some of your scholarship offers?
Do you play softball?
I'm actually a pitcher.
Hey Kenzie.
Good.
Don't feel bad, I got red right in the face today.
Good, I don't like him. He's such a jerk to me. He threw a freaking volleyball at my ankle today. Yeah. For no reason.
My sister goes there, that's what she said.
I think you said like 80% of people.
No.
What?
No.
Yeah, it's like 80%.
Someone wanna hit the off button?
So
Where's he at?
messing with it.
Or I guess the stop.
Willis.